Looking for a place to test your golf game against fellow amateurs with similar skills and the same passion for the game? Whether you are a weekend warrior with a competitive fire or an elite amateur looking for opportunities to hone your tournament performance, the Amateur Players Tour has a home for you. Go to amateurplayerstour.com today to join the only AM tour on the continent created by the players and for the players.
The Amateur Players Tour is broken up into a lot of different chapters around the country. You can play in any chapter that you want. So you get to meet people from anywhere. I could fly out to the West Coast and play in chapters there and meet people. I could, stay here locally. There are 3 or 4 chapters here in my region that I tend to gravitate towards, and I've met people in all of those, and we stay in touch and play golf and socialize together. So the APT has this tagline, hashtag by the players for the players, and they live by that motto. One of the things that they like to do is when they're creating these tournaments, they want to get feedback from the players on what kind of a format you want the tournament to be in. It can be a stroke play, it can be a skins game. I believe there's even a couple of team events that are on the schedule in certain chapters. And they get feedback from the players so that they can cater the tournaments to what the players want to play. Same thing for locations. As they're scouting out new chapters or new tournament venues, they're asking the players, where are some of the courses you would like to play?
Now on the tee from St. Louis, from Las Vegas, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Well, Jody, what's going on tonight, man? How are you doing?
Oh, it's going great, man. I'm at the house, as you all can see. I'm hoping for good Wi-Fi tonight so you don't kick me off about halfway through this thing.
I say we've got some exciting announcements tonight with Pinehurst. So if you got to bug out, I'm happy to take care of that for everybody. But it's been a fun couple of weeks. Just to recap a little bit, 2 weeks ago we announced the Independence Open at Big Cedar Lodge, going to Tiger's Place July 4th weekend. That second course in that rotation, by the way, is not any slouch at Buffalo Ridge Springs. Has only been the number 1 course in Missouri for like the last 10 to 12 years. Pretty good. Last weekend, a place that's pretty good as well. 2 rounds at Chambers Bay at the Labor Day at Chambers Bay. Labor Day weekend next year. And so it's been pretty fun. And tonight we talk about Pinehurst and, But first we got to wish a happy birthday to a very special man in our lives. Behind both of us, obviously, we've got our wonderful partner and accountant, Mr. Steve Minder. How are you doing tonight?
Doing fine, guys. Just trying to stay awake. At my age, it's awfully tough sometimes.
Yeah, these late 7 o'clock starts, they might be a little bit past your bedtime, but we had fun tonight. Got to come over a little bit. For those of you that don't know us very well, I live about 45 minutes from your house, and so drove over, had an early birthday dinner, still made it back for the broadcast tonight, and glad you were able to join us. And so it should be action packed and fun. So I didn't put in my pleasure. I only got water tonight, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but it happened. So I'm turning more like Jody in my old age.
Well, it's always good to have the originator of the APT. So, Matt, I mean, you didn't have a good idea until your dad had a good idea. So you got to give all the credit to him.
Something like that. So let's not get into any more detail there. I still with the parents and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's been kind of fun, coming live tonight, YouTube and Facebook. We're kind of growing in our skill set there, being able to do stuff. But yeah, Pinehurst, we've got a lot of information about Pinehurst tonight. We've got, about 3 or 4 more days for those with priority exemptions to register and get registered. We've got 137 people already registered or waiting to be cleared. So starting to fill up. So definitely want to make sure that those of you that have priority exemption status, you want to get that in before we open registration to all members on the 16th. And to get everything cleared, when you register, go ahead and make your room reservation at Pinehurst as well. They just require a small deposit there. And so go ahead and get that taken care of, and we'll get you cleared into the field. Big announcement for that is we are opening registration. I know we've got a bunch of questions in the office this week, but we're going to open registration for Pinehurst on August 16th. It's a Monday. We're going to open it at 8 p.m. Central. We're going to do a special Monday night live, talk a little bit more about Pinehurst and everything going on, which I know we got a lot of guys watching, waiting to see what the rotation is going to be. Everybody's excited. The good news is, guys, the spoiler alert, there is not a non-spectacular course on the rotation. So whatever draw you get, life is good. You just want to qualify for number 2 and have a chance to win on Wednesday, October 27th. It's going to be special. Ordered the trophies today. And I've just got to say, I really wish I was playing to win one because they're pretty good.
They're pretty sick. I'll give you credit for that. They're pretty sick.
Yeah. And not only that, but the national player of the year trophies. And so you come out, you've had a good season and you cap it off with a win at Pinehurst to become the, national player of the year. You're going to win $750 for Pinehurst. And you're also going to win $750 for the National Player of the Year and 2 trophies that I promise will stay on your mantle for many years to come. They are definitely keepers. So,
and you have forever the right to say that you were the first APT North American champion.
Definitely. It's going to be good. I cannot wait. We've started to make some preparations for that. We're talking with our team. Whatever your experience has been with nationals before, I'm telling you, check this one out. It's going to be special. So every detail thought out, the tee gifts, the packaging. We're working with Turtleson 2 Under, some other things. You're going to get hundreds of dollars of stuff in the tee gift package, $100 a guy in the prize pool. So we're paying out $52,000 at Pinehurst with a field of 520 players, and so. It's going to be really special. And so we're looking forward to it. That being said, I'm trying to think what we want to do first tonight. You want to go with a major tonight first?
Well, sure.
Everybody's watching.
Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off. I know everybody's got their calendars out ready to start seeing if they've got anything booked yet. So yeah, let's do it.
So yeah, we most certainly can. Chris is telling me we're keeping going straight through, and so this major is near and dear to my heart. Can I announce this one? Are you good with that?
This one is definitely for you to announce. I've got some experience there, thanks to coming up and spending some time with you and the guys in your area. So, but this is definitely something that's special to you. So I want you to have the honor here. Play away, sir.
Definitely. I want to just answer a couple things in the comments as we go. Brian Byrne just asked a great question. Yes, 750 is the max you can win at Pinehurst. So you can win 750 for the event, and then you can win an additional 750 for the season-long Player of the Year race. And so we are very serious about following all the rules of amateur status for prizes. So all of this, we met with the head of amateur status for the USGA as we were forming. Had several back and forth phone meetings with him running through our prize pool. And so they don't allow us to pay more than $750. And so, but you'll be able to get $750 plus a trophy. And then for the National Player of the Year, $750 plus a trophy. Because the National Player of the Year is the culmination of a season-long points race, and the tournament is just a tournament. And so they're separate in the rules of the USGA. We have got that cleared with them. Other than that, Pat, I see you're watching, asking questions. Shoot me an email, matt@amateurplayerstour.com. I'll get you taken care of. What do you got for me, Jody?
I would just add to that there is no limit to skin money. So if you win 750 and then you win another 750 and you hit a couple of skins for 1,200, nobody's going to come taking your amateur status away from you. So get in all the side games. That's where you're going to make
maybe the IRS, but
Yeah, we may send you a 1099 when it's all said and done.
So, but anyways, getting back to this major, I'm really excited about this. Every time we've announced these like really big majors, like Big Cedar or Chambers Bay, somebody's always like, when are you going to do a major that's not on a holiday weekend or, not at that $600 price point? This one's going to be really, really good. And so, June 11th and 12th, we will be hosting the APT Public Links Championship at the birthplace of the APT, and that is Ann Briar Golf Course in St. Louis. 2-day out there. It's going to be great prize pool, great value. There's some food included as well. Ann Briar is in my opinion, the top public golf course in St. Louis. Golf Advisor this year has rated it number 3 in the state of Illinois. A couple years ago in 2019, Golf Advisor rated it the best course in the country for value, service, course condition. In June, it is prime season. It's one of the best weekends of the year to be in St. Louis. It's not too hot yet. Golf course will be in great shape. And the best part is it's going to be at a price point that everybody can afford. And so huge prize pool. It's going to be for $299, 2 rounds, lunches included both days. Big prize pool. I'm trying to remember what it is with the sold out field. Give me a second. I need my calculator. So $9,600 prize pool, Jody, to be played for at the APT Public Links Champion. So we're going to have several people taking home the 750. And as Dan Lovekamp saying in the comments, I got to throw him a shout out. One of my St. Louis guys, a wonderful story behind the golf course. It's a family owned golf course.
There's significance to the name.
There's significance to the name. It's to honor the owner's daughter. And the cool part is the owner's in his, I don't want to guess his age, but he's, he's at retirement age. He's there every day. He's a joy to talk to. He's overseas to make sure you will not get a better experience from their staff. And honestly, they've really shaped a lot of the idea of by the players for the players is certainly embodied in Ann Briar. And so we couldn't be more excited to be there in June. It's going to be a great major. If you haven't been able to experience a national major with us, I highly recommend this one. And tonight, by the way, as we've done the last couple weeks, I'm going to make this visible here. And I believe we've got registration ready to open for the first 30 guys. Remember, we've got the deposit balance. And so 20% deposit gets you in, which for this tournament's only what, $60?
$60.
So if anybody wants to lock up their spot to Annbriar, it will go quick.
We haven't seen the baseball schedule yet, but it's a short drive from Waterloo, Illinois to downtown St. Louis. So if the Cardinals are in town that weekend, it's a great opportunity to double up both. And again, Dan and Camp, and you've already kind of mentioned about the history of the course. It opened in Memorial Day of 1993. And named Annbriar after, as you said, after the owner's daughter Ann Knob, who died in a tragic car accident in 1990. Don't sleep on this golf course. It's it may be a name that you've not heard of, but Dr. Michael Hertzen is the architect who designed this place. That's a name that you may have heard of a lot in some really nice, newer, modern golf courses that are getting a lot of run. Hertzen and Fry is a architectural team. Dr. Michael Hertzen, in the original member there. He also had a hand in Erin Hills and some other golf courses that are big time. They have the companion course at Field Cricket Club and some other places as well. So definitely check this out. I've had the pleasure of coming up there and playing in an event or two with the St. Louis chapter. Awesome golf course. Tale of two nines. The front nine is a nice opening, gentle handshake as you play kind of out in the flatter part of the property. And then when you make that turn and go the back nine, man, it's jumping on a roller coaster. You go up and down, back and winding down through the trees in the forest and down along the creek bottoms, and then back up at the clubhouse. And it's a really, really cool layout. A lot of fantastic golf holes, and just a tremendous value for what you're going to get for a 2-day major, and the prize pool, the tee gift, and everything that's going to be included in this. Easy place to get to in the middle of the country. So we highly recommend everybody to come there, and great restaurant on property too.
Yeah, definitely come hungry for some pulled pork. They've got a 100-year smokehouse out back next to the putting green. Great food, great staff, and you're in St. Louis. It's about 20 minutes from downtown St. Louis. We'll work on getting some hotel information out soon. St. Louis is a really fun place to hang out. If you haven't been around in the summer, if the Cardinals are in town, it'll be crazy in downtown St. Louis. But even when they're not in town, you've got Ballpark Village, which has got some great apartments. I know some of our members in St. Louis actually live down there now, but a lot of restaurants and bars and nightlife and atmosphere. It's going to be a fun time. And honestly, the last time we went to Annbriar, we went there in June this year. And we're going to go back again for our tour championship in September. But downtown Waterloo was actually really fun. We went down to a little microbrewery that's right on the square there and had a fantastic time. It was so much fun. And so we're getting there. It's going to be a good time. I see some people already registering right now.
Dave Parker asked for a link, so you may want to put that in the comments if you haven't done that.
He's already showed pending payment. So
perfect, good.
He's already in. We're going to shut it off at 30 for tonight, so we're going to give everybody else a chance in this fall to register. But if you want to secure your spot, you've got to renew your membership for 2022. But we got lots more coming. I know we got a really good one locked up today that we're waiting now on a contract. We've got another national partner that the contract signed. We're hoping to be able to announce as early as next week. And so lots of great things happening right now in the APT. We're going to have a great time in St. Louis. It's going to be, pretty much have the golf course both days. And so we'll be able to have a really large field, and it's going to be fun. But we got a lot more stuff to talk about tonight, Jody. And so we got to take I'm getting the note that we got to take a little bit of a break. And so, before we get into Pinehurst, let's take a quick look at a message from our friends at Golf Tech.
Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know
Man, I'm telling you, Jody, after the way I played last weekend at Old Kinderhook, I cannot wait to start my lessons at Golf Tech
It's
with
funny,
those cameras.
I couldn't wait for that ad to get over to talk about how badly I need to get in the studio. Anybody who's seen my swing lately knows that I need to go spend some time with Golf Tech. So I'm looking forward to, maybe sneaking out when we're out in Phoenix and, have a couple hours after the round out there in True North and go see if I can't sneak in a lesson or two.
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting. We're developing such a great relationship with them. I mean, they're a bunch of, sometimes you see these Golf Tech kind of guys and people wonder what they're really about, but these are a bunch of PGA guys that really have a passion to help golfers get better. And they've done some really cool things with technology to help their lessons, and they're killing it. And we're excited to partner with them. We're working with them in select markets right now. Looking forward to getting out and touring their headquarters in a couple weeks. One of the benefits of, I guess, driving from Illinois to Phoenix for the major at True North. So, but excited to get out there. And I was talking to Ivan Jones, our Carolina Triad director, on the way over tonight. He's like, Matt, do you realize we're like 8 weeks from Pinehurst? Just think about that for a second, Jody. 8 weeks from Pinehurst.
It'll be here before we know it.
Man, I just still remember when we had that first call with Bray, and we're like, yeah, we got one tour in St. Louis, but I think we're going to have a national tour, and we haven't recruited anybody yet, but we really need a signature place to host our North American Championship. And they're like, yeah, we love it. They fell in love with the vision right off the bat. They've been really helpful along the way, and we're so blessed to be able to host with them. And it's been fun to work with them every day. And I cannot wait to get on site at Pinehurst to start, executing what we've been planning for, the last year and a half, because frankly, the guys haven't seen anything yet, of what Pinehurst is going to be like and that experience there. And it's going to be fun. So,
well, you mentioned earlier about how our championship's going to be unlike anything anybody else has seen. And look, I'm not going to be naive enough to think that we're going to hit a home run with every single thing that we're doing. But I will put this out there that you and I, as players for a really long time, experiencing national championships on our own as players and as tour owners or tour directors and going and seeing it up close and in person, we have some pretty strong ideas of ways that we can improve that event and make ours something special. And we've been working for more than a year to put those things in place. And so we're absolutely excited to share those ideas with the players and then get their feedback afterwards and on ideas and ways that we can make it even better going forward. So this is not going to be the last one, but it's going to be the first one. And since it's the first one, it's going to be the best one we've ever done.
Oh, sure. 100%. I'm reading some of the comments, and, somebody just asked, like, will gift cards be able to be used in that state? And I'm just telling you, we're so beyond that from an experiential standpoint. To me, I'm just going to say it. It's pathetic that anyone would do that. And so if you come and you win money, the $52,000 prize pool is Visa gift cards only. There's no gift cards to Pinehurst. There's no gift cards to Golf Galaxy or whatever golf shop. It's Visa gift cards. You're going to be able to use it just like you use cash, period. There's nothing like that.
You won't have to open the envelope before you pull out of the parking lot to make sure that you have to spend it before you leave. Just You get it, put it in your pocket, put it in your bag, take it home with you, and you can look at it later and know that you can spend it anywhere.
100%. And if calling that out, I always take flack when I say that. If that's considered slamming our competition, I'm 100% slamming our competition. You will never get that at a national event at the APT. Visa gift cards. That's it. Period.
And if you do, please let us hear about it, because we deserve every bit of criticism we get if we do that.
We won't do it. You have my word there. No, when we're talking about experience, I remember the first time I qualified for the Illinois State Am. Right. And it was in Rockford at Aldine. I'd worked for 3 or 4 years going to qualifiers. I finally got it done, drove up there, and from the experience of when I got out of my car to getting to the first tee, to walking around the golf course, to how I was treated, to how the experience is, just the aura around that championship. When you show up at Pinehurst, you're going to realize that you're playing for a North American championship. And, 5 great golf courses each day. I cannot wait. And so this is really getting to the part, Jody, where, everybody wants to know about the rotation. Couple things to cover real quick. Priority status. If you've earned priority status, you're free to register until the 15th. If you don't use it, you lose it. So once it opens on the 16th, there's no going back. So we're holding spots for the senior major champions. We're holding spots for the True North champions, and we're holding spots for the guys that win their local tour player of the year. And so, but if you don't use that priority exemption by the 15th, you lose it. So when it opens on the 16th at 8 p.m. Central, it's fair game, open to all members. And so why don't you talk to us a little bit about the course rotation, Jody?
Well, sure. Before we get into who's playing what, just to chat a little bit about the different courses that we've got on the rotation. First of all, we're going to be playing the first 2 days, Pinehurst number 1, number 6, number 8, number 9. Number 1, obviously, is the original, the first course built before 1900. I believe, if I recall correctly, 1897 or something like that. Dr. Carver, don't quote me on that, built the original 9 holes that got expanded to 18, and then Ross came along sometime not too far after that and put his stamp on it. And next thing you know, Pinehurst and Southern Pines, North Carolina, became the home of Donald Ross, and Pinehurst became the resort that it is. So this starts it all off for everybody. It was 105,000 square feet of greens. I did look that up earlier today. Nice little tidbit. So, not a large set of green complexes. So accuracy on the approach is going to be good there. And it's a cool circular routing. It doesn't come back to the clubhouse, so it kind of goes all the way out in this big loop around the property. So beautiful golf course, fun to play. I think everybody's going to have a good time with that one. Number 6 was built in '79 by George and Tom Fazio, and then Tom came along back in the 2000s, I think mid-2000s, did a restoration renovation there. So that's going to be your more traditional out and back routing, coming back to the clubhouse after 9. 125,000 square feet of green space there, so a little bit friendlier green complexes, as you might expect from a Fazio. Number 8 is going to be the big boy course there on the first 2 days. That was the Centennial course. It was built to celebrate Pinehurst's 100th anniversary. Fazio built that, and it feels like, having played it, it feels like a country club. It's off away from the resort a little ways, and it has its own clubhouse, own property. Really, really cool piece of property. Really great golf course. Big brawny holes. Fazio bunkers like you'd expect, big white, flash face bunkers, but also some of that Pinehurst, scratched out, exposed sand and stuff like that under the tree. So really a cool place. And then number 9 was, I believe it was the Pinehurst National originally, and Pinehurst Resort acquired it. It's a Nicklaus course. I think maybe built in the late 80s. Had the opportunity to play it about 3 or 4 years ago. And as far as Nicklaus's go, it's actually one of his best. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think guys will appreciate the challenge on that as well. So those are the main 4 resort properties. And then we've added Talamore, the resort course, to this as well, which is going to be a gem. I've not had a chance to play it before, but we have our friends over in the Triad that have played it multiple times. They think very highly of that place, and having checked it out ourselves, I'm looking forward to seeing that one and getting down there so we can start doing some course setup.
No, definitely, it's going to be good. And obviously everybody's trying to qualify to play number 2 after the first 2 days, get to the final round. I just want to read real quick, and then you can talk all about design number 2. I just want to read the championships hosted on number 2 so you guys can understand what level of golf course. So you just have to start with the fact that the USGA, of all the golf courses they could choose in America to be the anchor site for the US Open and to bring their offices there, Pinehurst number 2. Recently announced in that rotation, Oakmont and Marion as well, as they're kind of putting together this rotation that's similar to, what you see over at the Open Championship in England. But Pinehurst number 2, the first one announced of that. But just a little bit of history. So 1901 to the present, they had the North and South Men's Amateur Championship and the Women's Amateur Championship, which is one of the most prestigious amateur events in the country. North and South is huge. I'm not even reading all of them. I'm just picking the crazy ones. The 1989 U.S. Women's Amateur, 1962, 2008, 2019 U.S. Amateur, the 1994 the U.S. Senior Open, the 1991 and 1992 the PGA Tour Championship, the 1936 PGA Championship. It's hosted the Ryder Cup in 1951. It hosted in 1999, which obviously Payne Stewart year, and then 2005 the U.S. Open Championship. And then in 2014, it hosted the U.S. Open and the U.S. Women's Open back-to-back. And number 2 is scheduled to host the U.S. Open in 2024, 2029, 2035, 2041, and 2047. And so not only are you going to play a major championship venue, but you're literally playing one of the most prestigious major championship venues of all time.
And it is, and as you said, has become the second home of the USGA, and will be a storied course that is just going to get more and more significant in the history of American golf as the years go on. So it's a treat for us to start have our inaugural North American Championship there, and we can't wait to see the final groups coming up 18 with the veranda just a few steps off the back edge of the 18th green. Everybody's going to be there watching the leaders come in. So it's going to be very exciting. We're looking forward to crowning our champions right there on the 18th green. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be really special. Looking forward to it. Well, if you want to get into it, you just want to alternate back between divisions, what the rotation is. We do need to throw a little bit of a caveat out here. This is our best laid plans of what the course rotation is going to look like. If entries do something completely different than what we plan, you know what I mean? As far as which divisions are going to be more full if one surprises us. We may have to make a change in the future, but to our very, very best guess, this is what the course rotation is going to be.
Yeah, I would say an educated guess. We have a pretty good idea on what the numbers are going to look like. But if something drastic were to happen, we would reevaluate and could possibly change. But you guys are going to be safe. We feel pretty safe to go ahead and look at practice rounds and that sort of thing. Like I said, it should be something major to cause us to have to do anything different. So let's kick it off with Division 5. Those guys never get to go first, and they always tell us about it. So Division 5. You will be playing the first round on Pinehurst number 1 on Monday. Okay. Your second round for Division 5 will be Pinehurst number 6. So first 2 rounds, number 1 and number 6. Obviously, after that, for the third round, your leaders are going to be able to move on and graduate to Pinehurst number 2 for the third round. The remaining members of the Division 5 will play their third and final round at Talamore Resort.
Cool. Well, let's go Division 4 next. Why not? Division 4, your first round on Monday will be at Pinehurst number 6. Your second round on Tuesday will be at Pinehurst number 1. And is the same as Jody said. The leaders will graduate to Pinehurst number 2, and those not in the lead will play their third round on Pinehurst number 9.
Great. All right, Division 3. You guys are going to start out, and gals, I should say. Guys and gals for Division 3 will start on Monday, round 1, on Pinehurst number 9. Your second round on Tuesday will be at Talamore Resort. And once again, those that do not qualify for number 2 will get to play their final round, Division III final round on Wednesday on Pinehurst number 1.
Very cool. Division 2. First round on Monday is going to be at Talamore Resort. The second round will be on Tuesday at Pinehurst number 8. And then obviously the leaders go into number 2, but the third round will be on Pinehurst number 6.
I'm very upset that I'm not going to be able to play in this.
That's a pretty good stinking lineup, man.
That's a great lineup. No doubt about it. All right, so Division 1, our nasty Paros, as our friend Manolo likes to say, you guys will be starting your North American Championship on Monday, round 1 on Pinehurst number 8. Your second round will be on Pinehurst number 9 for Division 1. And those not qualifying for number 2 will play their final round at Talamore Resort.
Very cool.
So there you have it.
So yeah, the one other thing before we go to break here, we still got some more stuff coming up, but we will be sending out an email in the next day or so. We have reserved tee times on Sunday afternoon at some very reduced rates for you guys on 1, 6, 8, and 9. And so we'll be booking those first come, first serve. We'll send out an email with the ability to do that. You can book those through us. We're going to get some final details on that, and we'll get everything out to you there. And I know we're working with Talamore as well, right, Jody? You've been working to get us a block for practice rounds on Sunday out at Talamore for those that want to play out there. And so looking good. So as we go to break, we've got a little video to tease you about Pinehurst and then a message from our sponsors at Turtleson. So stay tuned. Man, I got goosebumps, Jody, thinking about being at Pinehurst. I know we were able to be there last fall play around, spend some time with those guys, kind of scout out the grounds. And it's such a special place. Obviously seeing the message with Turtleson, we got to talk a little bit. We're going to have a store coming up September 1st. Another store, 40 APT members are going to get 40% off. They've got a lot of new fall stuff coming in their line, so make sure to take advantage of that. We had Carol on a couple weeks ago. Love our partnership with Carol. They're going to be a huge part of what we're doing at Pinehurst with a special shopping experience for everybody that participates. And so, like I said, there's a lot of value there that's more than just the greens fees at Pinehurst. I mean, you're at least $200 in the tea gift alone. And so it's going to be a good deal there. Headed in, want to take a few minutes tonight, talk about the senior major closing Sunday night. We're over 90 players now for that inaugural senior major at 2 phenomenal golf courses. Seth Rayner and tribute to Seth Rayner. Can I call it that? Is that fair?
Yeah, it's a good course. Yeah.
So it's going to be a good time. Was able to talk with the pro at Lookout Mountain today. Man, what a good golf course. The more videos and pictures they show us of that place, I'm just jealous that my dad's the only one that actually gets to play in the tournament because we're not old enough.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Thanks. One advantage of being old, baby. One advantage.
I'm just thinking, next year the senior age might have to be like 36.
I think we should switch to 65.
Seniors 36 and over can play in the senior major at Lookout Mountain. So,
well,
but I don't think our committee will go for that.
No, I think there'll be some 62-year-olds, 58-year-olds will be a little upset with you playing in that event, buddy.
I mean, I'll play the back tees. It's fine. So, as far back as you want to put me, I just want to play the golf courses. I mean, they look really good. It's going to be a fun weekend. Chris and I were talking about today. We're spending, Saturday we're going to be down in Arkansas with Larry Burrow, kicking off the Arkansas tour, their preview event. Driving to Franklin County, we've got 8 or 9 guys from St. Louis that are playing in the senior major. So we're playing Sunday at Franklin County, and then we're going to jump in the car and kind of carpool to Chattanooga, get in late Sunday night, and then get ready for that 1:00 shotgun on Monday. So it's going to be a fun weekend. Looking forward to it. There's still time to get in till Sunday. We got 91 players registered right now, so we've got a few more spots if anybody wants to play. 2 good golf courses, and then really we focus our schedule to the APT Players Championship presented by 2 Under out at True North. Going to be a special weekend out there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about True North, Jody?
Oh, man, 2 phenomenal golf courses. When you think of desert golf courses, or at least when I do, I think of those type of properties that are real dramatic and have the rock outcroppings and the saguaro cactuses everywhere, and you hit it offline and you're off in the rocks. That's what you're going to get at True North. It is not it's not for the faint of heart. Bring your desert club. So take your favorite wedge out and put your old beater in there and have it just for getting out of bad spots, because you'll be happy that you're not hitting your $200 PXG wedge off of the Arizona desert. So, yeah, two just beautiful, phenomenal golf courses. And, property in itself that's hosted some championships of note and come up a little bit in the world here recently with NCAAs and things like that. So, we're definitely looking forward to getting out there ourselves. And again, another one I hope that maybe you and I can sneak out and play around with.
Yeah, Troon's really fun. We got to play a little preview round when we were out for the Longbow Classic in December with some of our guys. They were so nice to take care of a couple groups for us, and our chapter owner from Utah, Mark Amon, hit a hole-in-one that day. So it was a good time. And if I remember right, Joe Smo and I waxed you and Regal pretty good. So definitely, hopefully get to play that tournament. It was a fun day, and you're looking forward to it. And don't forget, the practice round's no slouch either. Little TPC Scottsdale Stadium course, host of the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We're doing a practice round skins game out there. So you can get 3 world-class golf courses in 3 days. We've got great hotel deals we just got the email tonight from our friends at Diamond Resorts. A lot of guys taking advantage of the hotel room block at Diamond Resorts, the Scottsdale Lynx, as well as the Villa Mirage. It's on the tournament info page. Definitely want to take advantage of those stupid good room deals. And it's going to be a lot of APT guys staying really in close proximity. And so I'm sure we'll have some fun at the pool and outdoor grills at night. And it's just going to be a fun weekend to hang out with guys all across the country. And we forgot to mention, the biggest prize pool of the year outside of the North American Championship, because it is the Players Championship. So
that's why it's called the Players, baby.
Yeah, so certainly going to be a big one to win. $750 to the winners. Definitely want to get out there for that. It's going to be fun. Great time in Phoenix this Labor Day weekend. So yeah,
you may have just coined our next hashtag campaign. Hashtag stupid good.
Hashtag stupid good. I mean, I think it's fair for the 2022 schedule, don't you?
Yeah, I like it.
So I got to ask you. So of all the majors we've been to this year, what's your favorite so far?
The majors that we've been to? I really enjoyed TPC San Antonio.
It was good.
It was a lot of fun. We had the place to ourselves because COVID was still kind of a big deal. And just getting to meet everybody on the first tee, doing the first tee announcements both days, got to know the guys pretty well. And that part of it was a lot of fun, very enjoyable. And a lot of those guys I talk to probably once or twice a week still. So I'd say that one just because it stands out for me from the relationship standpoint.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm reading Matt Miller's comment on Facebook, and he goes, number 1, Victoria National, number 2, San Antonio. It's just really hard for me because you look at it, Victoria National was really, really good. Experiential overall. I mean, they're just first class from the second you walk in the door to the second you leave. Mm-hmm. San Antonio was really special. That was the one I wasn't completely sure of. It didn't have quite the notoriety, as a Whistling Straits or Victoria National, but I mean, it was so difficult and so good. It was such a good time. And the Canyons course that goes with it is just a really good layout. It was really fun to play.
Right.
I can't wait to be back there next year. The JW Marriott's a great property. If you're on the fence about going somewhere in the winter, I highly recommend TPC San Antonio. But I got to be honest, walking out at 6:30 in the morning and setting tees on Whistling Straits was one of my favorite golf experiences that I've ever had, especially without having clubs in my hand. That place was really good. And I cannot wait to, veg out and watch the Ryder Cup after walking that property for a day. And so, and Troon I've been to, and Troon's phenomenal. And so don't think by any means we're discounting that. I mean, it's been really good, but so far of what we've announced, now we've still got more majors to announce. We're not done by any means. On hashtag stupid good, I think we can go with that.
I like that.
What golf course are you most looking forward to going to? I'm going to start this with my dad. Of the courses we've announced, so don't announce anything yet, Dad. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so
letting your dad have the live mic is like, at his age, it's like a fart. You don't know whether or not you can trust it.
Right. I'm a little nervous. But
when you're senile like me, I mean, come on.
So you've got 8 courses to choose from. Okay. You've got the Tournament of Champions at Disney. You've got Orange County National. You've got TPC San Antonio. You've got Memorial Day at Caledonia True Blue. You've got Ann Briar now. Big Cedar. TPC Deer Run, which was really good this year, by the way. I can't wait for that one. And Chambers Bay. Which one are you most looking forward? Give me the Division 4 perspective. Where are you most looking forward to going next year?
Well, you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Ann Briar's the founding home of the Amateur Players Tour, has been one of my favorite courses from the very first time I stepped on it. And I got to tell you, it's exciting. Yes, I want to go to Tiger's Course. Yeah, I'd like to go to Chambers Bay. I mean, there's not a dud in the schedule. But for those guys that want to play good golf, who who like to hit the ball and have a little bit of a landing room for the ball, and still have a challenge. That course at Annbriar just offers a lot of flexibility. And I think D4, D5 players will love that course.
I agree. I better not see Kevin, my friend, the pro at Annbriar, buying you a beer at the bar. Like he got to you before the question. But, Jody, I'm probably going the opposite. What are you most looking forward to in 2022?
Whichever one you let me play.
I know, right?
How about that for an answer?
If we keep selling out, we always give up our spot for that.
No, look, I've already mentioned this multiple times. Chambers Bay is a special place in my heart. It's easily one of the top 5 experiences that I've had anywhere. I've played it in November. I've played it in August. I've played it in April. It's the same every single time. For all the talk about Seattle weather and the Pacific Northwest, for whatever reason, the 3 times I've played Chambers Bay, it's been 55, 60 degrees, sunshiny, beautiful, right on the water, and light breezes. And so it's a phenomenal golf course. It's difficult, but it's rewarding. It's fun. It's beautiful. And it's going to host more major championships. There's no question that USGA will go back there.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's going to be fun. And it's Chambers Bay Saturday and it's Chambers Bay Sunday, which is a big thing, big difference. I got a couple emails this week, talk about price difference. And I'm like, we're the only tour playing Chambers Bay twice. And so not only you don't get one crack at it, you get 2 cracks at it. And so definitely take advantage of that. Turtleson's partnering with us for our signature majors. So those big tournaments, you're going to get a Turtleson polo right off the bat. And so it's going to be fun. I got to go Big Cedar. I got to represent, my friends in the Lou going down. No disrespect to Annbriar. I've put them on my schedule twice. Every year we've had the APT. They treat us better than anyone in the world. I cannot say enough good things about that golf course. If anybody wants to come out, by the way, Borgmeyer's wanted me to throw a plug. He goes, our tour finals are there September 11th and 12th. So if guys want to come up, see what it's going to be like, it'll be in great shape. It'll be a fun time then. But I've got to go with Big Cedar. It's so hard. For those of you that don't live in the Midwest, a lot of people don't understand how hard it is just to get a tee time at Paynes Valley. I mean, they are sold out through the end of the year right now. And so for us to be able to get the golf course at all, but not only in a prime time when the weather is going to be good, the golf course is going to be in great shape. That's going to be a really special weekend. You've got Paynes Valley on Sunday, but on Saturday, you're playing the number 1 golf course in Missouri in Buffalo Ridge. So it's going to be a great, great time. So anyways, we got one more surprise tonight on the show. But before that, we have a message from our sponsors at 2 Under.
Thank you.
Hey, Ricky, I'm wearing your underwear.
What?
2 Under.
Okay, that makes more sense. They're the best, aren't they?
Great.
Yeah, I dream of that Joey pouch.
Well, Jody, I got to say, if I had to take a bet, I would bet that you're wearing Ricky's underwear right now, too, because
they're my underwear. There may be Ricky's brand, but I didn't raid his drawer.
Correct. But, definitely want to remind our members, either on our website or 2under.com, just make sure you're on the American side of 2under.com. You can get 20% off anything in the store that's not Ryder Cup merchandise or collegiate merchandise using the code APT20. Definitely some good stuff. And so last few minutes tonight, wanted to talk about Tournament of Champions. Obviously we've moved location and time a little bit. It's going to be January 19th and 20th at Disney World. So we're going to have some fun hanging out with Mickey Mouse to kick off the season. It's a Wednesday, Thursday start. which will be fun because it allows you to get 2 national majors within the same week. And so if you want to come down, spend a week in Orlando with us, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got the Tournament of Champions. Then Saturday, Sunday, we'll have the Winter 4-ball at Orange County National. You can get 4 tournament rounds in, 4 great golf courses. It's going to be really fun. Tournament of Champions is open to anyone that's won a local event in the 21 season. And so Wilson's been asking some questions about room requirement. We've got a great room block with Diamond Resorts. They've got some great deals. Do we decide, is it Grand Villas, Dad? Is that what we decided to do?
Yeah, Grand Villas.
Yeah, Grand Villas, which is right off of 535 there, which if you don't know Orlando that well, 535 is kind of the main road that leads to the entrance to Disney World. There's tons of restaurants right there. Falcons Fire Golf Club's really close. It's going to be about 5 minutes from downtown Disney, 10 minutes from the Disney golf courses, about 20 minutes from Orange County National. Great accommodations. It's going to be a really good time. And to let you all know, we are going to open registration for the Tournament of Champions tonight. And so it is open as of right now. I'm going to post the link here in a second. So keep in mind, we do have a verification process to make sure that you have qualified. So if it doesn't go instantaneously, the retail price on that is $4.99. So the deposit tonight, $100, you can get in. Jody, what else you got for me while I'm trying to pull this link?
Well, I'm just looking at comments and trying to respond to those. Paul Baker, sorry, you cannot sign up for Big Cedar. The early registration for that was on the announcement night, and it's full. At least the first 30 spots are full. So that will open up when we open up all of 22. There's still plenty of spots left, Paul, so you'll be able to get in on that. Shouldn't be an issue.
Nope. November 1st, we'll certainly be sending out an email. We'll still be doing lives. We'll make sure to let you know when registration is going to be open. But registration, some of these majors on announcement nights, we're letting a few people sneak in, but registration will open on November 1st. And so when we get to that, make sure to renew your membership early. It will have some advantages if you're wanting to travel to some big tournaments. There's going to be a few that open early in November. So
we've got some stuff coming down the pipe too. Again, we've still got some things up our sleeves to announce with you guys. One of which is going to have some impact on that 4-ball at Orange County National. So, if you're looking at something to do in January, I would highly recommend you consider playing that 4-ball, because there's going to be something later in the year that's going to relate back to that January 4-ball at Orange County National. So just keep watching these messages or watching these broadcasts, and you'll get some more information on that, and it will all kind of make sense when we get ready to announce our last little ace that we have for you down the line here.
There's only one more ace.
In trouble with earlier.
Well, that I didn't say the only one. I said the last one.
That's true. And I'll just throw a little teaser out there, because I like to do that without giving it away. But I will tell you, no disrespect to Tiger, Paynes Valley, or Big Cedar, but the course I want to go to most in 22, we have not announced yet. So just think about that for a minute. So better than Big Cedar and better than Chambers Bay, which is just, I feel like dirty saying that. So maybe I shouldn't look at it that way, because I really want to go to both of those places. But my favorite one we haven't announced yet. So just keep that in mind. So we could let the guesses come in there. I'm looking at, it's kind of hard because I'm seeing people's YouTube. It's easy in Facebook because I see their names in the comments, but in YouTube, it's like their handle. So Kerminator, whoever you are, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but you have a cool YouTube tag. Oh, Kermit from New York. Very nice. If you get an air message, reach out to me. We're not closing the Tournament of Champions. It'll stay open the whole time. So we'll get you taken care of to register there. So Paul, I hate to break it to you, he's commenting Straits in there. I've already been to the Straits, so it's a good guess, but it's not accurate with this one. This is one the APT has not been to yet. It's going to be really good, but I do agree the Straits is really, really, really good.
You want to, since Paul's on here and paying attention now, because he showed up a little bit late, you want to remind him of the 2 options he has tonight to register early?
Correct. So the two options tonight to register early. We've got the Tournament of Champions Open, which is in Orlando, January 19th through the 20th. Disney's Magnolia Golf Course, and actually my favorite golf course on that property is the Lake Buena Vista Golf Course, which was Disney's country club for a long time. When they first started hosting the PGA Tour there, they played the LBV golf course. Honestly, I think it's the best track there. I love that golf course. Magnolia is really fun. Tiger's won on Magnolia before. It's got the Mickey Mouse bunker, which everybody, if you play golf at Disney, you need to enjoy. And then, also we've got the APT Public Links, which is at the birthplace of the APT, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, these guys work so hard for us as we were getting things, helping us get information when we're getting things switched over. I mean, we literally had 2 weeks to build software, let people know, put on a tournament, and they helped us run one heck of a tournament at the end of the year. And I want to say 18, whatever year. Yeah, 2018. That's right. And they treat us so great. A lot of fun golf holes on Ambrier. Front nine's open. It's very scoreable. If you hit in the right spot, it gets tight on 8. 9's a nice little tricky par 5 that's fun, and then the back 9 is just special. 10's a good hole. 11's their signature hole, great par 4. 12 we'll have a lot of fun with. We can make it drivable if we want to. 13 comes through the woods. There's some pin locations around the tree that make that golf hole really hard for a shorter par 4. 14's a great par 5 risk reward. 15 is a really cool drop shot par 3. 16's just hard. But we've done everything in St. Louis. We made it drivable one year. We moved it up to like 285 and put the pin in a gnarly spot, and nobody made birdie. It was really funny. But it can play 450 and it can play 280. And so it's like 16 at Chambers Bay, kind of. 17's a really good par 3, and then you finish with all you want in a par 5. And so it'll be a great place to host a championship. These guys treat us well. We'll be in threesomes there. We'll pretty much have the golf course to ourselves. And it's going to be a special weekend. So looking forward to it. I love how Paul loves Waterloo. I love it. So real quick, we'll recap and then we'll sign off. Jody, do you want to recap Pinehurst real quick?
Yep, I'll do it real quick. Pay attention, Paul. Here you go. You ready? Division 1 will play number 8, number 9, and Talamore. Division 2 will play Talamore, number 8, and number 6. Division 3 will play number 9, Talamore, and number 1. Division 4 will play number 6, number 1, and number 9. Division 5 will play number 1, number 6, and Talamore.
Very cool. Well, Tournament of Champions registration's open for 2022. Got to renew your membership to get into that field in January. 120 there is a hard cap, so we do anticipate it'll sell out fast. Definitely want you to invite everybody to come down, play 2 majors that weekend. It's going to be really fun with the 4-ball. If you have a partner for the 4-ball, great. If you don't, we'll help pair you with somebody, but it's going to be a great weekend. And that 4-ball, not to tease too much, there's going to be ability in that 4-ball to qualify for something pretty awesome. So it won't be just
there have been some very good guesses in the comments.
Correct. There have been some good guesses in the comments, but we'll continue to work on it. Guys, we appreciate you staying tuned with us for the last hour. We'll be back with you next week. Next week, we've got a new chapter announcement. So everybody thought, I think our competition probably thought we were just taking a week off or like we were done. They're like, oh, they're done. No more new chapters, no more expansion.
We're not done.
Like, wait, there's more. We were just taking a rest. So
there's some big things on the horizon.
I know. I love it. We're like 6 weeks into this and everybody's like, I can't believe this is what you're announcing. And we're like, we're not done yet.
Yeah, there's some tactical nukes still in the silo.
Correct.
We're really not even started yet, are we?
Well, Chambers Bay, I mean, that's starting.
I guess.
Seattle, Arkansas, Maryland, Wisconsin, South Florida.
The Bushmen,
A lot more coming. A lot more coming.
A lot more coming. Yeah. I mean, we've started.
South Florida is going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see Brandon's schedule.
We're certainly not finished though. I can say that. So until next week, stay tuned. We're actually going to do a special live Monday night, August 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, when we open up registration for Pinehurst to everybody. And so stay tuned. If you've done your registration for Pinehurst, go ahead, get your room booked. We'll clear you into the field as we get that. We get that report on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so make sure you get your room blocked before Monday, because I'll get that report Monday morning, and then we won't have the report until we open it to everybody. So if you've got priority exemption status, make sure to get your room booked before Monday.
Have your powder dry and ready to go Monday night.
Right. I don't even know what to say about that. But anyways, looking forward to seeing y'all next week. Play well this weekend. Enjoy it. I actually have a weekend off, so that'll never happen again, at least in 2021. So, but
I'll be going to Bowling Green, Kentucky, helping my oldest move back into college at Western this weekend. She's going into an apartment, so the oldest is leaving the nest.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So enjoy. Tell her I said good luck. And, we'll catch you guys on Monday night for a special live broadcast. Take care.
Everybody have a great weekend. Play well.